Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Remake. Alright, let's go in. I've actually looked to see what we're gonna face, and it's not pleasant. This is probably gonna take an extremely long time to complete, if I can even do it. Let's give it a shot. So we start with Shiva.
Deal with that.
Need my help, do you?
I got this. It's on you.
So unfortunately,
Together.
Yeah, I'll do it.
if I do things that work against ice, then that's kind of useless in the next fights. I've basically left myself the same, because I kind of need to. We've done, like, no damage to her.
I've got you covered.
You got this.
All set.
Let's see. Cloud. Barret. Go with Maximum Fury. She's not really doing that much damage right now.
Hang in there.
Ah, dang it. Alright, I need to pray again.
No need to panic.
The fact that you can dodge the ice spells really is one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of magic in this game. Most monsters move too much to be affected by them.
Watch yourself.
Let's do this.
I've got you covered.
Deal with that.
Guess it's my
I
turn.
won't.
I'm
I
counting
got
on you.
this. Damn it.
Kind of need to, avoid using MP too much. We will get MP back, but
Keep it up.
So long. That it? Hey,
well,
Matt.
dang it. Dang.
Take the lead.
All right. Watch and learn.
All set. Don't give up.
Let's do this.
I still feel that haste and slow should actually increase your movement and your attack speed rather than the ATB gauge, because you will get an increase in your ATB gauge by attacking faster.
Give them hell.
Let me handle this. I'm not going out like this. Take the lead.
Ooh,
Hang
Nelly.
back. Keep it together.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Tifa, go ahead and use your limit break.
Let's go.
My turn.
I think we need to get a summon going.
Won't last long.
Did you not use your limit?
Pushing it.
Guess it's my turn. I'm counting on you.
All right.
And summon Bahamut.
Have fun. Don't overdo it.
All right. Watch and learn.
All set. Stay strong.
Dang it. That was supposed to heal me.
It's on you.
Taking over.
Need my help, do you?
Deals increased damage with Umbral Aura active. I don't know how to get Umbral Aura.
You're up.
I got this.
My turn.
Hell yeah.
I have really done no damage to her.
After you.
All right. Watch and learn. Give them hell.
Dang it! Ugh. Well, at least we're getting Mega Flare. Yeah, only 5,000 damage, though.
Need my help, do you?
I'm not entirely sure that was worth it. Did you just...
Let's turn this around.
Oh, it would not let me dodge.
I've lived through worse. You can handle this.
Pushing it.
Mind over matter.
I got this.
And now Barrett's down. I'm not sure that we're going to make it through this one.
Good to go?
Not looking good.
Mind taking over?
Hang back.
About damn time.
Feel it. This fight forget.
Like a challenge.
Okay,
You do
let's go.
I'm not sure if you can only summon one time in a... Oh my god! Where the hell did all that damage come from?
You okay? Keep it together.
Is she healing herself or something? Because
Whatever.
I have done very little damage.
Watch yourself.
My turn.
Alright, I am quickly coming to the conclusion that we are not going to be seeing the, Yeah, lesser resistance to that. Immune... What the how? Why the heck is she immune to fire? Not even sure what does fixed damage in this other than, like, Cactuar.
It's on you.
All right. Watch and learn.
Well, I got a limit break.
You're up.
Okay, let's go. And I can't stay away.
Taking over.
That did some damage.
Brace yourself.
That did not.
Need my help, do you? Give them hell.
Let me... Hang in there. You asked for it. I'm not going out like this.
Need to get those hit points back before I even think about using my limit, but let's do it.
You're gonna feel this one. Yeah. It's on you.
Hang back.
All right. Watch and learn.
All set.
Ow, ow, ow. Well, hey, Cloud's got his limit.
I can't. I'm strong.
Well,
Dance, asshole. I'm sorry. Don't overdo it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Still up for it?
Now I can go all out.
Whatever.
jeez. There we go. And
Don't look now.
just at the right time for a maximum fury.
All you
Strike
got.
hard and fast. I've got you
Get a
covered.
prey in.
Let's do this.
Okay, you're doing Diamond Dust. I don't like that. That didn't kill us.
Give up.
About damn time.
Let me handle this.
Actually, let's stick with you.
Need a breather.
Yes, it's my turn.
Second wave.
All set.
I'm still
Hang in there.
Oh, God. No! Well,
I've got you.
that is unfortunate. Alright, I'm dead.
So much
Yep.
for being
Alright.
mercenary.
Yeah, so the first one, I didn't even get past. Alright, so what you face is Shiva, then Fat Chocobo, then Leviathan, then Bahamut, and then the secret boss. I don't think I'm getting through that. I mean, I'm at max level. I mean, I don't have the best... I haven't, like, maxed out all of my materia and stuff like that. There's still materia I can do, but... I don't think I'm good enough to get through that. I really don't. If I could swap out materia in between those fights, yes, I think I could do it. But the fact that you can't do that means that you need a general strategy in materia terms, and I don't have that. Especially considering what I need to do to face Bahamut. So, and I mean, they just don't take enough damage at all from your stuff, and you cannot actually rely on what this enemy intel says. It's gonna lie. So, I don't think that I'm gonna be getting that one. And I don't think that I'm gonna go back and show off those you know, the other side quests for Sam. I know Get Daved got them. I didn't have a chance to look at how he did it yet. I mean, I watched the videos, but I wasn't paying close enough attention. And I haven't looked it up in a fac. But, yeah, I don't think I'm good enough to get through these missions. I mean, maybe if I tried a few more times, but I don't know that I have the patience for that at this point. It does have a good... I mean, like, that accessory that it has... Let's go back in and see. The Götterdämmerung, that is an accessory that, when you're equipped with it, you start out with a limit gauge, and it slowly increases over time through the fight. That's fantastic, but again, you have to get through the hardest fights in the game to get something that is just going to make fights easier. And you've already gotten through the game once. You're almost at the end a second time. Why do you need that, other than to just obliterate enemies as fast as possible? Like, I mean, I suppose if you know, you want to be able to get, like, this Monsters of Legend thing in 5 minutes or something like that, you know? That would be good, but... Why? I have a deep dislike of games that give you the, you know, super awesome, great things at a point where they can't do you any good. You can't use them for the final boss. You can't, I mean, the first time. You can't use them to get through difficult fights. You've already gotten through the difficult fights. You don't need that. If you can if you can win that, you do not need it. That's the key. And thus, it's not... Like, I'm not a fan of that design. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I guess we can talk a little bit more about what my thoughts are on the game. I mean, I said quite a bit during the ending, but I've had some time to digest it. I've, you know, played through on hard mode, and the things that I did not like about the game the first time through didn't improve with the second time. The things that I do like, I still do like. I love the characters. The characters are fantastic, and they're really the best thing about this. And that alone makes me enjoy the game. Oh, that and the set design, essentially. I mean, the game looks fantastic. Although, one thing that I'm not sure about, I don't know if it's a just a common 3D thing, or if it's just something that they did with this one. I don't know how well it'll pick up on the video, but you can see, especially at the top of those stairs, caused by the light, there's a dithering effect. And I've been seeing the dithering throughout the entire game, and I don't like it, and I don't know why it's there. Dithering is a kind of thing that you do, that you would do. You see it in Sierra games when you had either 16 colors or 256 colors, and you wanted to fake having more colors. They shouldn't need to fake having more colors at this point. I've seen it most with reflection, and that's I figure that's part of it, but I don't understand it. If anyone knows, like, from game design, technological point of view, do let me know, because I'm really curious about why the dithering is there. It's like the one thing that I don't like about the graphics. Because it just kind of, like, I see it and it kicks me out of my suspension of disbelief. It kicks me out of, you know, oohing and eyeing over the graphics. I don't like dithering. It looks like grain, and I'd rather it be clean. I mean, there's no reason for it to not be clean. It's the PlayStation 4. It's got great graphics. So, but in terms of the story, I really, really, really wish that they had stuck to the original game. The original game story. I don't know the changes. Having talked with some people and, you know, some people who are more familiar with the franchise, because that's pretty crucial. I'm coming to the conclusion that, number one, this game was primarily made for people who are extremely familiar with the franchise, as in, they know this game, they know Advent Children, they know Crisis Core, they know all of the games, all of the spin-offs, and stuff like that. And yet, it's aimed at those people who didn't like it, kind of thing, because things are changed. If you love all of that, you're not going to want it changed, and yet they change things. There's this kind of thread that Aerith knows more about what's going on than she's letting on. That she is somehow seeing the future. Or seeing the way that things are supposed to go and stuff like that. That's the whole thing about the, you know, fighting destiny and everything like that. The problem is that she didn't know that in the original game, so why does she now? I mean, maybe that'll be explained in future installments, and it's one of the reasons why I want to play the future installments, but why does someone, you know, if this is a remake designed to expand upon the original story and bring the original game up to modern graphics, and arguably modern gameplay design, although I disagree with that, why does she know things that she didn't know in the original game? You know, that then leads to, you know, the whispers coming in and trying to force the game, you know, the story back on track, so to speak. I have a very, you know, I have a big problem with that. If there is an external force coming in, okay, I can get behind that, as an external force is coming in and trying to change things, and those whispers are trying to get it back on track. But at the same time, I would want you, the player, to be trying to get it back on track. You should be trying to fix what the external force is making things go wrong, and getting the game back on the original story. But it really feels like they designed it for people who know the game well, the franchise well, but want things to turn out differently. Obviously, we haven't gotten to that point yet, and this is a spoiler for those who are not familiar with the Final Fantasy VII story. Aerith dies. I'm looking at the next game expecting her to not die at this point. I have, like, I will be I will genuinely be incredibly shocked if they keep that story element. I mean, I get the feeling of wanting to keep her alive, but that's not the same game then. You know, we're already off the tracks, we're already into a different storyline, and it rubs me the wrong way. Even when I don't care about a franchise, it rubs me the wrong way. Like, I don't like retcons. I don't like unless it's designed to fix something that's objectively harmful, kind of thing, to the story and stuff like that. But you know, I kind of look at the reboots of Star Trek. They eliminated all, you know, basically everything that you liked since the original series. All of that's out the window. All of that is, I guess with the exception of Enterprise, all of that is null and void. If you are a fan of Star Trek, if you are, you know, you love the lore, you read all the stuff, you dig into all the details, this new stuff comes out and all of a sudden all of that's out the window and it doesn't matter anymore going forward. That rubs me the wrong way. To a certain extent, this is kind of the same. If you like the original Final Fantasy VII story, they've made changes that I don't know how someone who actually likes the original story can enjoy it. And why would you do that? So, I don't know. I mean, a lot of this is going to be answered with the future games. I'm assuming that there's going to be 2 more based on the pacing of this one. Who knows? We'll see. I mean, it'll probably take at least 2 years before the next one comes out. I don't even know if that's going to be on PlayStation 4. That may be PlayStation 5 at that point. Before then, I will probably play the original on the channel. We'll see. I'm certainly not going to do it right away. We'll have other games. I'll move on to Final Fantasy VIII first. But at some point before that, I will probably play through the original, which, as I've said before, I've never beaten, so that'll be an experience for me, a new experience for me. But, you know, we'll see. Anyway, yeah, so, I don't know, the more I've like, it didn't sit right with me, the whole Whispers thing. The fight with Sephiroth at the end, that I think is beyond the pale in terms of game design. The entire original game was building up to that fight. And now they've moved that to a certain extent way earlier. And I'm not even sure if that means that Sephiroth is done. I don't know. Like, are they setting up something else? But I think that they felt that it's a Final Fantasy VII game, it has to have a fight with Sephiroth at the end. With One Winged Angel. No! You keep that in your pocket. You know? Players know it's coming, and they will be salivating for an epic fight, end-game fight with Sephiroth, with One Winged Angel playing. And here we've got it again, and we'll probably have another one. My thinking is that there's going to be another fight with Sephiroth at the end of the next game, and then there will be the final fight at the end of the game. So you're getting 3 fights with One Winged Angel when you originally had 1, just because it's a Final Fantasy VII game. There has to be a fight with Sephiroth at the end, kind of thing. And that I think was like, even more than changing the story, I find that the most egregious change, addition element. I mean, I love the additions, you know, wandering around Sector 7, doing the little side quests. I mean, the side quests were iffy on content-wise, but just fleshing out all of the time that you spend there, that, I think, was fantastic. That was a brilliant addition to the game. And that is exactly what I was wanting in this. So, with some more time, you know, if you consider this Final Fantasy VII, so this and the original game are one, linked inextricably in terms of ratings, yeah, I would say that this has moved Final Fantasy VII up in my personal evaluations. Certainly above Final Fantasy I. I'd have to think about where else it goes. Probably above 8. And probably above 10. Those are my other Final Fantasy games that I'm kind of iffy on. But a lot of that comes down to what they added to this game in terms of the characterization, the visual style, the music, that kind of thing. So, all of the non-story stuff about the original game that... I guess characters are part of the story, but kind of like the external stuff to the game, the story itself, has been vastly improved. The music I like better. The visuals I like better. The gameplay itself of, you know, the combat itself is a step back. So if they'd gotten that significantly better, then that would probably bump it up a bit higher too, but you know, it's not the case. Anyway, I think that this will wrap up the playthrough entirely. I apologize for not getting through the first fight here. Let's see if it shows up the other enemies or if it's just going to show up the one. But yeah, I mean, if I can't fairly easily get past Shiva, then it's not happening. Like, I know I could get past Shiva easily if I set my elemental defenses, but I don't know how, you know, like, that's going to be useless on the following fights, so I don't know what the point of that is. So, anyway. Sorry for not showing it off. It is a robot of some sort, Pride and Joy prototype. Let me see if I can find some details. So it is a robot, so it does take extra damage from lightning, has lesser resistance to fire and fixed damage, greater resistance to wind, immunities to poison, silence, sleep, slow, stop, berserk, proportional damage. Doesn't appear to absorb anything. So again, I would want to equip lightning elemental on weapons, have lightning as spells available to me, but I don't know that I can even get to that. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. I did more than I expected. I mean, I really, when I saw that hard mode was unlocked at the end, I was like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that, but I did anyway. I got through most of it, but I think that this is where I'm gonna wrap up my own playing as well. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and tomorrow we will have something new. I may have said that at the end credit video, but it's really going to be something new tomorrow. See you then, everyone.